The lady has yielded well. We have another speaker to be recognized. Representative Stacey Evans is recognized to speak to the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, colleagues. It's complicated. I'm rising today in support of House Bill 147, but it's complicated. I agree with much of what my Democratic colleagues said up here today. So it's complicated. Our teachers and our kids have no choice, as I see it, but to plan to try to survive the very real threat that they face every day, that there could be a school shooting inside their building. That's their reality. They have no ability to change that reality. They only have the ability to decide how to plan for it and how to try to survive. And I want them to do that. So that's why I'm supporting this bill. Ladies and gentlemen, our babies and their teachers have no choice than to change their reality, but we do. We have so many options at our disposal to make this not the reality for our babies and their teachers. Those that came before me talked about some of the measures that are pending in this body right now that sit, not even willing to talk about it. I hear a lot of folks in here talk about the dangers of cancel culture and the dangers of shutting people down and not letting them speak. What do you think this is, ladies and gentlemen? You won't even let us talk about it. The number one killer of our babies right now, gun violence. We're not even going to look at it? How did we let this happen? How did we become so afraid of the debate? I feel good in my position that I think we should have better background checks. We should have waiting periods. We should have gun storage laws. I feel confident that I'm right in that position. But I will always hear you out for you to tell me why you think I'm wrong. Why can you not do the same? What are you so afraid of? Do you know you're wrong and you don't want to think about it? You don't want to have to respond? That's not our job. Our job is to debate and discuss the hard questions, and this is a hard one. I think most schools are doing some form of these intruder drills, but again, I'm voting for this bill because I want to make sure they all do, because I want our babies and teachers to be as safe as they can. And I know the bill has an opt-out that school boards can make a provision for parents to opt their children out, and I hope that no one does that. Because if there is a school shooting and our children are able to, some of them, stay in a room and convince somebody that no one's in there, that's only going to work if everybody knows how to do it. Because the biggest part about these intruder drills is acting like you're not there, making it dark, and being quiet. I hope that most of you in this room have not had to talk with your children or your grandchildren about what these intruder drills look like, because it's heartbreaking, the reality. My daughter's turning 11 tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Ashley. She's in 5th grade. She's been doing these intruder drills since she was in kindergarten. And the first time she described it to me, I had to go upstairs because I wasn't going to cry in front of her. 5-year-olds finding the deepest corner in their classroom or a little crevice behind where they hang their coats and backpacks up, getting down as close to the ground as they can and being absolutely silent. The teacher putting black construction paper over the window that are on most school classroom doors so that it looks like no one's there, and then everybody being quiet. 5 years old. It gets worse, though. She didn't do these intruder drills when she was in pre-K. I have another child, a son. He's going to be 4 in a couple of weeks. He's been doing this since he was 2. 2. Church preschool. Now, they don't call it intruder drills for 2-year-olds. They tell them they're playing hide and seek. And they all have a specific place within their classroom that they are designated to go, their hiding place. And they go and they curl up there and they are told to be quiet. 2 years old. Again, this is their reality. And I want them to plan because they have no choice, but we do. We have created this reality. And we are not even willing to talk about ways that we can change it, and that's unacceptable. And I couldn't not come up here and say that. So while I will be voting for this bill, it's with a heavy heart for the reality that we've created for our children and our teachers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield the well.
The lady has yielded the well. We have one more